And this is why. So one day we inside of the trap and I hear what I thought was a SWAT team. But I thought I heard helicopters, people coming down. I thought they were about to kick the door and all that. But
DJ Bandana.
All right, so before we start this story time video, on how I thought I was about to be the next big meech, and it didn't turn out that way, I just want to say this. If you're the type of person that every time you hear a police siren, you get nervous and your heart drop, this video is probably for you. If you're the type of person that's in the house and you hear the doorbell ring or you hear a knock at the door, you automatically think it's the feds, this video is probably for you. And last but not least, if you're the type of person that don't have company, not because you're antisocial, or just because you don't trust people, you don't want them to know where you live at, this video is this video is definitely for you. This video is for me. But let's get started.
Don't gotta dance, but the hammer clap, fifth bang, it'll hit you with some bald heads, bandana black. In my bag, so I'm taking it back. The bandana is back, thought I was gone, I was taking a nap.
DJ Bandana.
Hey, what's going on? It's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I Am Buffalo, back with another story time. I've been reading a lot of the comments on the channel. First of all, I appreciate you guys checking out the channel. I appreciate you guys liking the videos, sharing the videos. I appreciate you guys donating to the channel. Matter of fact, speaking of donating, good thing I just said that. I almost forgot the homie. I said I was gonna shout him out in the next video. Shouts out to the homie Tyrone Price with the $5 Cash App donation. I definitely appreciate that. All right, so listen, we're gonna get into the story time on how I thought I was about to be the next big meech, and it didn't turn out that way. Honestly, that lifestyle just wasn't for me, and I understood that at an early age. So I'm gonna have to withhold the names of this story only because one of the guys, I'm not actually sure. Actually, I don't know what happened to him, just in case he's still around doing whatever I'm about to tell you in this in this story time. I don't want to get him jammed up. So this was years ago. I was actually a teenager when this story actually happened, and I'll say this, I wasn't in my area. I wasn't on the east side of Buffalo, New York when this actually happened. So long story short, I had met these two guys, two friends. We were actually going to school with each other. So I met these two guys, we were friends. One of the guys said like, yo, I know another guy who could help us get some money. So you know me, and I wasn't even from the area. So I'm like, yo, this works perfect. Like, we can get some money. They don't know me from over there. It's not my area. Let's go over there and get some money. Long story short, we were selling a little bit of marijuana. So we're selling a little bit of marijuana. It wasn't like, not no big bricks, nothing like that. Like, it was damn near like eighths or whatever like that. I thought I was big meat. Anyways, we was knocking them joints off like hotcakes. It was going by good. And then the area that we was in, they had like a house that they wanted us to. The guy wanted us to work out of a house. Basically, we called it a trap. I don't know where you guys call it. Where you? He wanted us to work out of a house. So it was like it looked almost like a motel room. It was like projects. I don't know if it's projects, but we call them projects. It might be apartments. So anyways, it was like a small room with a window. So if the window would be cracked, people come to the window, they ask what they asked for, and we would just hand it out. Now, mind you, I was not a professional. I didn't know anything of what I was doing. Like, they was basically teaching me as I was going. So basically, he was like, listen, if they ask for this, reaching this thing. If they ask for this, reaching this thing. So one day, we sitting inside the trap, and the window opens up. So the window opens up, and I just see a hand with something waving, because I'm on my phone playing around, not paying attention at all. And it's the biggest, like, this is, I don't even know what type of, but this is the biggest revolver I ever seen in my life, just waving back and forth. It's all three of us. They looking scared like this, and I just look up and I just froze. Like, you know, you say, you ready for any situation? And I always felt like if anything like that happened, because we had it too. So I always felt in that type of situation, like I'd be perfectly just ready, you know, just boom, air to joint out. The plan didn't go, it didn't go according to plan. So long story short, he started waving the joint, and I just froze up. I'm stumbling. I don't know what I'm saying. Luckily, it was the guy who had us working for him. He was testing us to see whether we was ready to, I guess, go to the next step. I don't know. Maybe he's about to introduce us to the cartels. And I could have been on the next Ozen. But anyways, he was just testing us. Thank God, because he basically came in, screamed at us, like, yo, I got to pay attention. Like, it's a lot of work, a lot of money going on in here. Like, yeah, I can't leave y'all alone. Like, that was a test. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So maybe about another 2 or 3 weeks went by, and like I said, we wasn't really making that much. We was really making enough money just to buy our own weed and buy like snacks and food. Like I said, I was in an area that wasn't my area, and these were guys who I basically only knew for like less than a year. But we was cool because we was all from like the same, I would say the same place. But it's hard saying the story without saying names. Like, for those of you who be doing story times, I definitely have a newfound respect for you, because it's hard for me to like say the story without saying the name. Anyways, without dragging it on, the next couple of weeks went by good. We made a couple dollars and stuff. And then, like, I'll say this. Nobody ever told me during the class of hustling that in order to be a hustler, you have to not be paranoid. Like, you have to have patience. You have to be able to be calm. I wasn't any of those. And this is why. So one day we inside of the trap and I hear what I thought was a SWAT team. But I thought I heard helicopters, people coming down, I thought they were about to kick the door and all that. But I got ready to flush everything and come to find out it was an ambulance. So they all started laughing at me like, yo, Black, you bugging. Like, what if we really flushed all of this? And now how we gonna give this man back his money? So ever since that day, I realized that just wasn't for me because I'm too paranoid. Like literally, it was an ambulance, and it wasn't even like the part of the project that we was in. Like the ambulance couldn't even be close to us because the parking lot was like 3 buildings away. Like it's hard to explain how it was like a building to building. It was like a big parking lot, but you got to walk down. So even if it was the police and that's what I was hearing, they was nowhere near us. Like I don't know, I was just paranoid. I was scared. And I was young at the time also. But yeah, that's the story of how my road to try to be the next big meech didn't turn out that way. So ever since that day, I was like, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. You know what? No, I ain't even gonna lie, because I actually did after that. We just didn't do it out of that house. We sold a little bit more after that, but it was, like I said, it wasn't like no big work. It was like a couple eights. Yeah, that was my story time on how I thought I was gonna be the next big meech, and it didn't turn out that way. Any kids that's out there listening, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it. And if you are an adult, you gotta have patience and you gotta like not be scared. I ain't gonna say I wasn't scared. Like the ambulance thing, I wasn't scared because I was thinking like I'd probably just get locked up. And you know, at that young, you're like, oh, I got locked up, I got clout. But when he was waving that, it was like it was like, you know, them old Western movies where like the barrel was like this long and it got like the big cylinder ring revolver. I don't know what type of medieval revolver that World War I revolver that he had, but he was waving that drink through the window. Like I said, I froze up. I can honestly say that I froze up. Anyways, if you like this story time, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. Mr. Hashtag I am Buffalo. I'm out.
They can't stand the facts. A lot is insane, they can't stand his raps. I'm so Buffalo like I'm Bandana Black. I'm from the 716. We determined and we discipline. Oh, that's your man. Better get him for you missing that.
DJ Bandana.